rhyme sound lines. And if you're brand new to the guitar, I'm going to show you today 3 of the easiest ways to play the Major C chord on the guitar. Now, if you'll stay to the end of the video, I'm going to have some guitar tips for anyone starting out or may have tried in the past and gave up for one reason or another. I'm going to give you some guitar tips that's going to help you. But the way I'm going to teach you, and the way I teach on this channel, is the easiest way to learn how to play guitar. Absolutely the easiest way. You don't need to learn bar chords. You won't have to know hundreds of chords. You won't have to play scales or modes. None of that sort of thing. If you follow me here on YouTube channel, I'll show you the easiest way to play guitar. And that way you can play with a handful of chords. Start off with 4 chords. That's it. 4 chords, all you need to know. About 10 minutes a day practice. Today, though, we're going to talk about the C major chord. And it's called a major chord, but among guitar players, if I would just tell you let's play C chord, that's how I would refer to it normally. But it's actually a C major chord is the technical name for it. And I'm going to show you several different ways to play it when you first start out. You can choose one or all. And the way I'm going to show you, you can actually build, start with the easiest way, then build to the full way, full C. So, what we're going to do, nothing in today's lesson is going to be past the 3rd fret. And the frets, of course, again, if you're new, it's the metal bars on the guitar neck. We're not going to play, no finger's going to be past this fret. Okay. And when we're talking about putting the fingers down, you'll want to use the very tips. This is something that's forgotten in a lot of lessons for beginners. It's a very important thing. Use the very fingertips, not the soft part of your fingers. And you want to let the elbow kind of stay relaxed and next to your body, so to allow your hand to come all the way around, where your fingers are as up and down as possible. And you're on the tips of the fingers, not let the further away you see. I pull my arm away, the fingers start to lay down. So you want to let it relax, let it come towards your body, and play on the very tips of your fingers, okay? The very first way is the easiest way to play C chord. And all it requires is you take your first finger and put it on the 2nd string. And when we're talking about strings, the biggest string is the 6th string, the little string is the 1st string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take your first finger and put it on the 2nd string, 1st fret, right next to the fret. Not on top of it, right next to it. And as close as you can get to it without being on top of it. And the closer you can get to it, as you move back, if you're playing it way up here, it's going to be harder to play. You probably get a dead tone and that sort of thing. That's the reason you want to play as close to it as possible. That's the easiest place to be able to press it down and get the clear sound. That's the biggest problem with beginners when they first start. I remember back many years ago trying to play my first few chords. And it was very hard. And I was pretty much learning on my own. So, 1st finger, 2nd string, 1st fret. That's the easiest form of C. And when you strum, you want to strum your bottom 4 strings. Okay? So you just play it like that. And the way you do it is strum like this. And then you can build to the next finger. So you will leave that one there. This is the 2nd way to play it. And then you add your 2nd finger to the 4th string, 2nd fret. Next to the 2nd fret. Not on it, right next to it. Okay, now you have 2 fingers on the C. And what's happening is getting a little better sounding, a little fuller sound. So you start with the 1 finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret. Okay? You strum the bottom 4. And then you add your 2nd finger to the 4th string, 2nd fret. And leave the 1st one down where it was. You're going to sound a little fuller now. You can hear it filling in. Okay? So what you can do is start with the 1 finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, then add your 2nd finger to the 4th string, 2nd fret, and get it to play clear. You want to get each one to sound clear. And again, strum on the bottom 4 strings. And the 3rd finger, you're going to add it now, what we're going to call the Major C chord, the right way, the full way to play it. Add your 3rd finger to the 5th string, 3rd fret. Now that's the full way. This is what you could have. You can see how it filled in. It sounds full now. So you have the 1st finger here, and then add the 2nd finger, and then the 3rd finger comes in, you hear it fill in. Gets real much fuller, much bolder sounding. Okay? So that's the 3 ways to play C. Okay? Now, like I said, you don't have to know hundreds of chords. I always recommend starting out with the G, the C, the E minor, and the D. And I have videos on these other chords. You can see them individually by typing in C chord or D chord, whatever you're looking for. And I have individual videos of the chords. Also, my magic 4 chords, you could type in on a search 4 chords here on my channel, magic 4 chords. And it's going to show you the 4 chords that I recommend learning first. Learn them well, and you'll be able to play hundreds and hundreds of songs using just those 4 chords. That's it, just 4 chords. Just stay practiced, focused on those, and in a matter of days, you have them playing them clear, easy, making them sound good, and being able to change from one to the other. And changing from one to the other is something else everyone starting out on the guitar has trouble with. First, you need to know how to make the chord, making the chord sound clear, and then be able to change from one chord to the other. But again, follow me here. I want you keep it simple. You have to keep it simple. And by doing that, you learn extremely fast, and you're not having to go through theory and drills and progressions, lead guitar, licks, all that sort of thing. No bar chords. There's a place for all that if you want to do that. But the foundation to playing guitar and playing songs are chords. Remember that. Foundation to playing guitar and playing songs are chords. They're the backbone to any song. And so keep that in mind. Now I want to talk about just a couple of things. Number 1, when you go to practice, your guitar must be in tune. Play on a well-tuned guitar. Absolutely a must. And you probably won't be able to tune by ear to start with. What I recommend 100% is get you an electronic tuner. I use a little tuner that clips right here on the headstock, and it gives you a little digital readout. And when you hit the string, like the E string, it's going to show E, and it's going to be, the needle will be left or right. And when you get that needle in the center, and it says E, you're in tune, and then you go to A, the 5th string, okay? And do the same thing all the way down. E, A, D, G, B, E. E, A, D, G, B, E. That's the notes, the individual notes, okay, on the open string. But get your tuner. You have to have a well-tuned guitar. You don't want to try to learn on a guitar that's out of tune. And if you don't tune it each and every time, just check the tuning. It won't need to be tuned each and every time, but maybe just an adjustment on one string. And if you get that little tuner, and it does, you can leave it clipped on here. It doesn't pick up noise. I use what they call the SNARK, SNARK1 digital guitar tuner, SNARK, SNARK1. And you can get them in your local music store probably. If not, get them online. I know Amazon has them. But get you one. It's the best investment that you're going to make in learning how to play the guitar. Besides the guitar, of course, you have to have the guitar. So keep that in mind. Well-tuned guitar. Keep number 1 thing, in-tune guitar. I mentioned just a few minutes ago also, when you play on the tips of your fingers, the very tips, okay? And again, 10 minutes a day. Don't over practice because you're going to get some finger soreness, and it's going to really start hurting, and you'll get to where you don't want to pick up the guitar and practice. If you do it 10 minutes a day, you'll build calluses slowly, and then they get to where it won't hurt your fingers at all. And I've been playing over 40 years, teaching over 40 years, and my calluses really are not like they used to be. They used to be real thick and pretty hard, but they go away once they build up. Then they'll start softening, and your skin gets thicker at that point, and it makes it really easy to press down without any pain, any suffering. Okay, so you want to get your tuner and play on the tips of your fingers. 2 main tips that I want to give you today. Now, if you enjoyed this lesson, be sure to subscribe to my channel here. That helps promote it, helps YouTube to send it out to people who are interested in learning how to play guitar. My goal is to teach anyone wanting to learn how to be able to play guitar. I've been teaching for over 40 years. I've taught thousands and thousands of students how to play. And it's something, if you just stay with it and follow someone like myself who's been teaching for a long period of time successfully. And the way I teach is the secret. That's the secret to learning, is keep it very simple, very focused. 4 chords to start with, play hundreds of songs, and then you can expand to the more popular open chords, which I'll show you later in other videos. But if you're looking to play guitar, it's a great thing to do. It's great therapy. It really relaxes you after a hard day's work, or if you're retired, just sit at home and strum on your guitar, sing your favorite song, or with family and friends, or entertain your family and friends, whatever you want to do. I can't emphasize it enough. It's brought a lot of pleasure to me over the many, many years, and I'm enjoying teaching and playing right now at this stage of my life more than I've ever done. So I want to help you learn how to play. Subscribe. Leave your comments below if you enjoyed this lesson. Want to see more lessons? Just leave your comment. If you're having trouble with anything, you're new to guitar and something's giving you a lot of trouble, leave the question below. I'll be glad to answer it. I answer all the comments myself, usually within 24 hours. Try to get to it pretty quick. So leave your comments, subscribe, and I believe that's going to be it for today. Down in the description, there's a link to my 38 Best Beginner Guitar Lessons course. It's step by step, laid out the way I teach here in my private studio. The lessons are worth several $100s, and I'm giving them to you completely free. Just go to click the link below. It's bestbeginnerguitarlessons.com, and just enter your email and hit the little button, and you'll be brought directly to all 38 lessons. Now, if you're really wanting to get started and all you're wanting to focus in on playing songs and as quickly as possible, 4 chords, G, E minor, C, and D. 4 chords. I've got videos here. Do a search for them. You can see each chord, how to make it, how to play them together. Do a magic 4 chords. It's going to show you how to put the 4 chords, what they look like, chord chart, etc. So do that. Magic 4 chords. Until next time, let's go play some guitar.